Greetings once again from Eastern News 24. I see by Commander na Inama. I see Kankonye Chidi. Yazarokwa. Ediko Sidi. Eba si no ya bozi no bosinkata ni akwụkwọ bụ Eastern News 24. Ya bozi bụ gbasịta maka ya bife ị na-anụ na-ada na-akpọtụ n'obodo nọ n'ime ya anụ mụrụ ụwa na ọsọ n'ala Igbo. Ozi eji maka ya wee benide ọkwụ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Ya bozi bụ according to the Biafran activist with the Yabozi, as he quote. Breaking news. Nigerian Christian Association cries out to USA President Donald Trump, listed the full names in thousands of the people where Fulani Jihadists don't buy. Hear the news in details. All right, my country people, this news is according to the Biafran activist with the Yabozi Neru Akwonu Bosin Ketana Eastern News 24. Gere Yabozi di Kohanuju.
Finally, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has finally cried out in loud voice. And they did not just cry out, they equally listed the names of clergymen that have been unalived by the Fulani Jihadists in Nigeria. The heat is on. The reason why I'm making this very broadcast is because I want you to get to America. Very, very simple as ABCD. I want this broadcast to get to America. In fact, all the Biafrans and Nigerians in America who love freedom, who do not like what the presidency and the Fulani terrorism is causing in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, it is your obligation to share this very broadcast wherever you see it, because Trump must see it. So finally, throughout these years, all the massacres that have been happening in the zoo, Christian Association of the Zoo, has never for one day either condemn it or even, shout or cry out loud for the whole world to see what the Christians are passing through in the zoo. They have been mute all these years until now, including the notable clergyman called Bishop Kuka. I've never seen a very heartless individual like that man in my whole life. I've never seen a heartless human being. I don't know if he's a human being or maybe he's a beast. Maybe he's just a beast in human form, a monster of a person. And he's not only a clergyman, but he is in the north. I think he's in Sokoto, the heartbeat of terrorism in Nigeria. Yet this man cannot cry in loud voice, cannot send message to Pope. He's a clergyman. He's a Catholic priest, if I'm not mistaken. He can't send an open letter to Pope to draw the attention of Pope over what is going on in the zoo called Nigeria. He can't. But every time they are in meetings with the criminals in the government, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they share. I don't know. But unfortunately, God has exposed them all. Mad people everywhere. So without further ado, we are going to go straight and read the news in details. As you can see on your screen, I will be reading from Daily Post Nigeria. And according to their headline, they said, CAN cries out over banditry in Kajuru. In Kajuru communities, list clerics unalived in attacks. You can see the date, published on November 12, 2025. The chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, Reverend Enoch Kaura, has alleged that the local government has been subjected to relentless attacks by bandits, including abductions, unaliving, and ransom payments. Kaura revealed that many pastors in the local government have lost their lives in banditry attacks. You see, Kaura revealed that many pastors, he did not say many alfas or imams, he said many pastors in the local government have lost their lives in banditry attacks. This is unbelievable and this is unacceptable. This is condemnable by all. He listed some deceased clerics to include Pastor Michael Shadare, Pastor Adaji Usman, Pastor Bernard, Reverend Alibura, Reverend Narimi, Reverend Thomas Gaku, and Reverend Anthony Lamba, among others. Among others. Let's take that again. He listed some of the deceased clerics to include Pastor Michael Shadare, Pastor Adaji Usman, Pastor Bernard, Reverend Alibura, Reverend Narimi, Reverend Thomas Gaku, and Reverend Anthony Lamba, among others. These are just few among others. You see? Few among others. And some people want to cover up the Christian genocide which is going on in Nigeria. Things that are open, people are trying to cover it up. Unbelievable. 3 pastors' wives were also brutally unalived, he lamented. Over 1,000 people have fallen victim to these violent attacks. In Dunoma alone, 86 people were unalived in a single incident. Remember, this very southern Kaduna we are talking about is a Christian-dominated area. The entire southern Kaduna, owned by the indigenes of Kaduna, the original owners of Kaduna land, they are all Christians, all of them. Let me take this again. Very, very important. Over 1,000 people have fallen victim to these violent attacks. In Dunoma alone, 86 people were unalived in a single incident, followed by another 36 fatalities. Another 36 fatalities. 100 have been kidnapped. Churches have also been targeted, with recent attacks in Ugakala, Maru Ward, resulting in one unaliving of person and several injuries. He explained that places like Karamai, Ungwangajere, Gidanduna, Agwala Makaranta, and others have been abandoned due to insecurity, expressing delight that the effort of Governor Obasani have provided some respite, enabling people to access their farmlands. There is no security. Don't even listen to anything called security. There is nothing like security. You know why I said so? I said so because the real criminals, the real terrorists are the so-called security personnel. The army, the police, the Air Force, and the DSS. These are the real terrorists because they are the ones that supply arms to these Fulani terrorists. You understand? So anybody telling you the security is a lie, because we have had so many testimonies, confessions, and all, where these terrorists confessed and mentioned the names of those who supply arms to them. We have had so many testimonies how these zoo security operatives are shielding the terrorists, protecting them, giving them cover. These things are in the public. So anybody telling you about one governor somewhere providing security, that person is just fooling himself. I'm telling you, not the public, they are fooling themselves. Let's continue. He lamented that these efforts appear to be waning. You see, the effort appear to be waning down. Now, saying that people are once again being prevented from harvesting their crops. You see, in the same area, in the same place. Probably there was a massacre that took place. Let me just give you, based on experience, based on what I know that usually happen in the zoo. Maybe there has been a massacre somewhere like the one he listed. Something people lost their lives, including clerics and their wives. Now, maybe that has happened and there was an outcry. There was, anger everywhere amongst the people. Then the so-called Governor Obasani managed to, provide some level of security just for a week or even 2 or 3 days, just to douse the tension. And after that, everything disappeared. They are now back to square one. You can see it here. I'm not just talking, but it's here. Look at it. He said, he lamented that these efforts appear to be waning, saying that people are once again being prevented from harvesting their crops. So who is preventing the people from harvesting their crops? Is it not a simple question that demands or requires a simple answer? Who are the people preventing the people, the locals, from harvesting their crops? They are the terrorists. The terrorists are preventing the Christian population in southern Kaduna from harvesting their crops. Very simple as ABCD. Kaura apologized to the Christian community, you see, saying that certain statements attributed to him were inaccurate. Say it again. You need to be louder. You need to be very, very louder for saying this. Kaura apologized to Christian community, saying that certain statements attributed to him were inaccurate. Eziokwu na fa apụta now. He is the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State. You understand? So now, maybe he has said something before. You know how these CAN officials have been behaving until Trump took it upon himself. You know how evil these people that call themselves CAN, you know how evil they have been over the years, right? Now they are now retracing, they are now beginning to speak up because they believe that they now have backup in America. Because before, there are two things involved. Either they are afraid of being unalived, either by the government or by their foot soldiers who are the Fulani terrorists. Or they are afraid that they may lose their position. You understand? Or they are afraid that they may lose their position. Unbelievable. Now they continue. They said, he stated that he cannot dispute the statements made by the president of CAN, but confirmed that security concerns and issues of violence have been ongoing in the local government. You see, he cannot dispute the statement made by the president of CAN, probably the overall president. He said, but he confirmed that security concerns and issues of violence have been ongoing. Issues of violence have been ongoing in the local government. So what is the statement of this so-called CAN president? What is his statement? I think we're going to look for that, but probably in another news. Now he said, I appeal to the governor to expedite security measures as many remain captive. Currently, about 40 people are being held by kidnappers in various locations, including Kufana, Kutura Station, Afogo, Dokavong, and Idejekala, the chairman said. I don't have any other thing to analyze here. The truth is very, very open. You see? So we want to say thank you to Donald Trump, and we are appealing to the president of America to, don't hesitate, don't wait, because nothing is going to happen. The zoo government cannot do anything. Nigerian government cannot do anything because they are the main cause of insecurity. They brought them in. This APC government of the zoo called Nigeria brought in these terrorists into Nigeria. They brought them in. They armed them. So if you think that they are going to do anything, they cannot do nothing. So the earlier America acts, the better for all of us in the zoo, especially the Christians and
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ dị na ya bụ ozi nke wetara n'ụbọchị nketa na Eastern News 24 bụ ebe n'otu ya bụ ozi. Achọrọ m ka unu gwa ifu nchere gbasara maka ya bụ ife nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nketa, dịka ihe a ede ya bụ ife na kọmentị ka ọ bụkwara ketụsa ya bụ ozi ka o were ụmụnne anyị dozi n'ebe dị iche iche. Ngwana ka emesịa nụ ndị be anyị.